Yo! Perfidious Pete here, back for a little cold hopelessness and despair. And no, it's not a Charles Dickens novel, and no, it's not the first thoughts that I have every morning when I wake up and roll out of bed. It's Frostpunk! Brand new sort of city building management game from, I think the developer on this one's 11-Bit Studios. Don't hold me to that, I can't recall. I feel hopeless already. Well, my day then is complete. I have spread my hopelessness to another living human being. Congratulations, I'm bringing you down to my level. And that's my whole goal. Other goal for the stream, we're going to give away some stuff. Friday the 27th, April is one of our giveaway months, and 11-bit, all right. Confirmed, the old noggin, it's working good today. We're firing on all cylinders, baby. Perfidious sleeper. Chat, stop distracting me. Their last game was This War of Mine, same studio. Yeah, I knew it was the same studio, I just couldn't remember the name, but 11-bit seemed to ring true. They have a knack for grim games. I really liked This War of Mine. I thought it was a great title. I'm looking forward to this one. But stop distracting me, chat. Giveaways. We're doing some giveaways this stream. Let's watch the cutscene. Ooh, man, this thing looks cool.
Stripped, pride and glory.
It's a giant steampunk machine.
It feels as yesterday we were turning the wheels of progress.
Clock, thanks for the cheer. I'm gonna be I'll be quiet. I want to hear the cutscene here. I have played exactly none of this.
When tides had changed, they changed for all of us.
But what happened to those two kids, though? Oh, they grew up to be adults who are eating a dog. Well, it seems like they're doing well for themselves.
And with it, our last trace.
Hearty meal? Campfire? Not at all like that dead boy who was crushed by a wagon. Well, this is cheerful. Command post, hey, welcome to the stream. What's up? Whatever this giant structure is, that's what's up. It's erecter than my phallus. Which is actually a little bit erect right now, I'm not gonna lie.
Came the time to adapt.
It's got a giant snowplow blade. It looks like some kind of third-generation Transformer when they started running out of reasonable vehicles that they could make Transformers transform into, so you started getting shit like space shuttles.
All the things we
Pete, was that an Astro Train joke? Yeah, it was. I'm firing shots. Astro Train was a terrible Transformer.
that pushed us forward. Slowly.
Will you be doing a good morale strategy or be evil? I mean, I've played none of the games, so if you're expecting next level strategy, you've come to the wrong place.
We paid the price 100 times. Finally,
Why is anybody following us, though? It seems like we've just led a lot of these people to freeze and die in the snow. The last city on Earth. Could we not have picked a more hospitable place, though, to build the last city on Earth than the giant top of this faraway mountain that's in the frozen cold? It seems like maybe we should have built this bad boy on, like, the equator. We could have parked this thing in Rio. It's like that movie with Chris Evans. Right, the one where they drive Astro Train through the cold and frozen winter. Right, yep. Let's not forget Fortress Maximus. Yeah, thank you, chat, for backing me up. Metroplex was more ungainly. They all sucked, though. They all sucked. I'm confused, Pete. You're spreading cold hopelessness and despair like they were the Anti-Claus, but you're giving away gifts like Santa Claus. Which is it? But isn't Christmas, chat, just a celebration of the fact that you may not see some of those people you're giving gifts to ever again because the winter is setting in and it's going to be cold and dark and bleak? Is that gift not that last hurrah that you're giving that person? Be like, oh, I love you, Grandma. I got you a new present. Here you go. It's a nice, shiny fruitcake. Enjoy that, because you'll be dead soon, and I'll be fighting off the wolves with a stick while I try to bury your body and dig a grave in the frozen ground. That's what Christmas is, a celebration of hopelessness. Also, hashtag Sideswipe is best. He was pretty good. I was a fan of Sideswipe. And let's not forget his partner in crime. There was a red Lambo and a yellow Lambo, and I think it was Sideswipe and Sunstreak was the name of the other one. We have to survive. Well, we fled from London and crossed the sea to reach the frozen north. But why, though? On the way, our convoy was hit by a blizzard and scattered. Yeah, maybe you should have gone south, call me crazy. A handful of us managed to reach the site of this generator, only to find it frozen solid and abandoned. Why is no one here? Did any of our people survive the blizzard? Are there any others out there? Whatever we do, we should expect the worst now that the world as we know it has crumbled. Man, these 11-bit guys, you know what? They fucking get me. They get me. They understand me, chat. They truly know what it is to live like a Perfidious Pete. So we have, what, 2 shitty tents built next to whatever this thing is? Fight the cold. We need a generator working. It provides heat and power to other buildings. Without it, we'll freeze to death. Stockpile some coal and start the generator. Okay, how do I do that? I'm assuming I should probably pause until I figure things out. Okay, there is a pause button. So let's see what we can do. We've got construction. What can we build? Tents. We can build a medical post. Base medical station with 5 beds. Treats the most common ailments. Base heating level 1. Base heating level 1. Takes 10 wood to build tents. Alright, health. Okay, takes 25 wood. Food, probably going to be important. Turns raw foodstuffs into nutritious meals. 1 unit of raw food is used to prepare 2 standard food rations. So we should definitely cook our food because we double its effectiveness. A hunter's hut. Hunters based here hunt every night, venturing beyond the city to track their prey in the frozen wasteland. They provide up to 15 raw food per day, base heating level 2. Why do they hunt at night, though? Wouldn't it be colder then? Shouldn't they wait until the sun is out and hunt then? Also, it seems like it'd be easier to spot your prey in the daytime. Soundwave is the best transformer ever. He's pretty good, but I'm going to have to stick with Cyclonus, chat. Sorry. A resource depot. Extends our storage capacity for a chosen resource. Coal, wood, steel, raw food, or food rations. Costs 40 wood and 20 steel. I don't think, can make steel. Gathering post. People working here gather resources from nearby coal piles, wood crates, and steel wreckage. Base heating level is 1. Costs 15 wood and 5 steel. Alright. We have a workshop. A lab equipped with everything an engineer needs to develop designs for various buildings, technologies, and improvements. Takes a heating level of 2, costs 15 wood and 5 steel to build. Alright, so there's our buildings. Oh, we can also build a street. Okay, so things are like radial. Got it. So we're going to like construct structures radially. How does heat work, though? Alright, can we cancel this? Cancel that. I don't want to build anything yet. I just want to see the various and sundry sorts of things we can build. So we can build streets, we can close construction, we can dismantle a street, we can dismantle buildings. Got it. What other options have we got? Book of Laws. Don't forget, Pete, these are people who founded their last city in the frozen wasteland. Why should their hunting patterns make any more sense? Good point. Find ways to battle hunger, sickness, and the Book of Laws. So what does this do, though? Oh, okay, here we go. We can build... What's a fighting arena? Soup food additives. Radical treatment or sustained life. Cemetery and corpse disposal. Child labor. Safe jobs. I really want to give... Yeah, we're going to have to enact child labor. Are there different kinds of laws? Or is adaptation apparently the only one we can pass? Can we enact child labor? Child labor. Safe jobs. There aren't enough hands to do all the work. Will allow children to be employed in safe workplaces like cookhouses or hothouses. After introducing this law, so children can work. Oh, we can immediately start passing laws. All right, maybe we'll hold off on that. What are child shelters? Children will be safer if they stay in child shelters during the day, and they won't cause any mischief. After introducing this law, another one can be passed in 18 days. So this unlocks a building. Hope will rise. Providing all children with a place in a child shelter gives a permanent hope bonus. You will have to build a child shelter is the drawback. It's a base heating level of 2. Well, let's not pass maybe any laws yet. Cemetery. That's probably good. We will establish a burial ground so we can lay our dead to rest with dignity and respect. After introducing this law, another one can be passed. Can we just eat the dead, though? Hey, Pete, what this game like? I don't know. We're 11 minutes into our playthrough, Jack Barton. I know next to nothing about it. So you can, if you're watching, you can discover this as I discover it. Building a cemetery raises hope slightly. No risk of disease from unburied bodies. I like that. Each burial keeps some people from work for a few hours. Okay, so they take some time off to go to the funeral. You know what? I think we can spare them a couple hours bereavement leave. You'll have to establish a cemetery, which just takes 10 wood. A proper place to bury the dead, and there can only be... It's like a Highlander, there can be only one. What's corpse disposal, alternatively? We'll keep dead bodies out of the heat zone and cover them with snow. The cold will halt their decay. New building, a snow pit. No risk of disease from the unburied bodies. Bodies are preserved for potential future use. You will have to dig a snow pit. Hope will fall. Discontent will rise. I'm assuming ultimately we're going to eat those bodies. That's the natural progression. We are learning together. Exactly, chat. I'm Perfidious Pete. I make learning fun and also horrible. Fun and horrible. Radical treatment. After introducing this, okay, so gravely ill will be treated in medical post. Hope will rise slightly. 30% of the gravely ill treated in medical post will be left as amputees. Well, that discontent will rise slightly. So how can hope and discontent both rise slightly? Let's sustain life. We can't cure the gravely ill, but we can at least keep them alive. We won't risk amputations with radical treatment. I don't know. Radical treatment seems better. The gravely ill will be kept alive, but untreated in medical posts. No, that's stupid. Hope will rise slightly. Discontent will rise slightly. The gravely ill will not be treated and remain a burden. The gravely ill will take up medical beds. I mean, that's terrible, though. Why keep them alive just to let them suffer? Okay, if my options are a lifetime in bed, suffering, untreated for whatever ails me, or just be like, hey, Pete, you know, I think we can live, but we're going to have to cut your leg off. I'll be like, fuck it, hack my leg off and give me a peg. I'll walk around, I'll just get a frozen parrot and tape it to my shoulder, and then I can make non-stop pirate jokes. That's way better than just lying in bed waiting to die. I don't like either of those, really. Soup. We can cook soup instead of full meals to feed more people with the same amount of raw food. New recipe soup is available in the cookhouses. Hope will fall slightly. Discontent will rise slightly. Eating soup will cause discontent. You know, I'm going to have to say the Campbell's Company is not really swinging me with their new logo. Eating soup will cause discontent. Whatever happened to Campbell's? Soup is good food. These soup kitchens really got to consider their fucking branding, though. Is chili a soup? Chili is not only a soup, Chad. It's the king of soups. This also doesn't say new recipe chili. Because if it said new recipe chili, I'm pretty sure it would say, hope will rise significantly, discontent will disappear, eating chili will cause enjoyment and unrelenting bliss. This is soup. This is not a chili recipe. Chili is a soup, but this is not chili. Food additives. We can add sawdust to meals to make them more filling, although not exactly tasty or healthy. Sawdust meal. Hope will fall slightly. Discontent will rise slightly. Some people eating sawdust meals will fall ill. Well, both of... I mean, those all seem terrible. How come all of the options are awful? Fighting arenas. Nothing relieves tension better than watching a few rounds of an all-out slugfest. After... Okay, so we could build a fighting arena. It costs wood and steel. Evening bouts will reduce discontent, but you will have to build a fighting arena. So, fighting arena, no drawbacks then. Emergency shift. Sometimes we have to concentrate on the task at hand, the cost of everything else, or die. New ability. You can force workers to any facility to work for the next 24 hours. Using the emergency shift will raise discontent. Discontent will rise slightly. So, like, the child shelters didn't seem terrible, but honestly, I think basically what we should do is just accept inevitability and fucking build a cemetery. This gets us no risk of disease from unburied bodies, and you know what? This is my first playthrough, so there's gonna be a fucking couple. It does increase hope a little bit, and the cemetery doesn't cost much to build. You know what? Yeah, we passed the cemetery law, even though I don't know what I'm doing. The people seem super stoked. Also, the dialogue options, I need to have the audio come up a little bit. I spent like 10 minutes before the stream trying to adjust the audio on this, because it is fucking unbelievably loud. I'm going to guess that's probably like a sound effect, maybe? I don't see one for speech. It's not an ambient sound. Not a UI sound. It's not music. I'm going to assume sound. So the speech must be a sound effect then. Let's assume that. Seems like there'd be one pretty obvious drawback to a fighting pit. What? Pleasure for all of the onlookers and spectators? I can't seem to think of anything. Fists hitting bodies? Who doesn't love that sound? Okay, economy menu. So we have... The only thing we have built are coal piles. Oh, wait. Okay, so that's our extraction efficiency. Our processing... There's no food processing currently going on in the city, all right? No functioning medical facilities. There are no housing in the city. Do I have people? So I have some wood crates and some steel wreckage, which I'm assuming gives us a source of both steel and wood. Until they run out, and it looks like they're going to run out. A coal pile. And so the economy tab is not super useful. What is this building? Stockpiles. That's the only thing we have, are stockpiles. No resource depots have been built yet. Okay, so we can store 900 coal, 300 wood, 300 steel, 300 raw food, of which we have 100, and some food rations. So we have no coal, we have no wood, we have 10 steel, raw food. The nightly injured citizen mostly would be the... No, I mean, I see, again, I still don't see a drawback. We solve problems the way Walmart solves problems, with human suffering. That's the only way to solve any problem. What is Frostpunk? It appears to be like a survival management colony simulator. There's this big giant thing in the middle that does something. Apparently it's called the generator, which is currently shut down. Plus 0 degrees temperature in all heat zones. It's not consuming any coal. Consumption. Building powered upkeep. Okay, so this thing must be what supports... This is probably what provides heat for all of our buildings. How do we know how many people we have? We have... Okay, this tells us our relative resources. This tells us our steam cores, which I'm guessing is what this thing is. We have 100 food. No food rations. Temperature will drop significantly, 2 levels. What's the actual temperature now, though? And what is this number? 65. Ah, so here's people. We have 15 idle engineers, 50 idle workers, and 15 children who can't work because I haven't passed child labor laws yet. So those are wood crates, steel wreckage, more wood crates. Where's our coal? Okay, so coal, it looks like a place where somebody has peed in the snow. Got it. So can we send people out to harvest this coal? Workforce will extract coal. I would like for them to do that, yes. Oh, it tells me how many workers I have. Okay, so let's put... I don't know, 5? To hell with it. Let's go crate. I mean, we should just put everybody on it. So we can put 15 workers on gathering coal. That gets us 18 coal per hour. 100% efficiency. Let's have more workers come out here. And that leaves us with 20 workers. Let's put 10 each on wood and steel then. So you're going to get wood crates. And you're going to go get steel wreckage. And then I guess we just sit back and wait then. Now we play the waiting game, chat. Oh, look, our little people. Hello, little people. Knowing the dead will rest in peace is oddly comforting. I'm glad we'll treat the dead with dignity. Because, you know, Frank Staples like, I'll be one of those dead. Please tell me I can change my name, though. Please let me name. I can't name him, though. Biggest concern, everything is fine. He's going to work. No risk of getting ill. He doesn't have a home. That's bad. He works at Word Crates. He has no family. He's alone in this world. It's the Frostpunk Perfidious Pete. He's alone in this world, and guess what, Frank? You're probably going to die that way. Not to put too grim a spin on things, like right at the start, but... Maybe we should also see about building stuff? So we need to build, I guess we should build, a cemetery takes wood, so do tents. How much wood do we have? We have enough to build both tents and wood. Should we leave room for a street, chat? Like, it seems like leaving room for a street is reasonable. What does a street take to build? If we do this, it takes 3 wood to build a street. Well, we have 2 extra wood. Let's just build a street right there. And then next to that, I think we'll build some houses. You know what? Let's build some tents. We do have people that are going to need a place to sleep. How come I'm building over... How come it will let me build over the street? Didn't I build a street there? I thought I built a road there. Was it not long enough? It took more wood, but I think it'll be fine. I apparently canceled it? No. Are you building or not? They're doing something. Are you building streets? They forged little holes through the snow. They plow their ways through the drifts. That's so badass. All right, I actually already really like the visuals of this game a lot. Does Frostpunk go great with the family-sized jar of Miracle Whip? You know, Frostpunk seems more like a Hellman's Mayonnaise kind of organization. Invalid placement location. Oh, because I already put tents down? All right, let's see what happens here. I have 80 people. I have idle... Will my engineers build this? They seem like they're building something. Are you an engineer? Owen Rainsford. He's an engineer. He's building stuff. Okay, he's doing things. Also, was his name Owen Wilson? Owen Rainsford. Wow, for a minute, I thought Owen Wilson was in the game. It's like, wow, Owen Wilson. Wow. Not quite, though. But no, these guys seem more like a Hellman's Mayonnaise kind of crew than a Miracle Whip. Hellman's, the original mayonnaise. Actually a mayonnaise and not a salad dressing. Okay, so houses are built. I still have 70 people who are homeless. I need way, way more houses, though. Okay. Simon Pete's voice about people going through the snow. Thanks very much for the bits, Pyro. I appreciate it. Also, don't spend your money on me, though. Twitch Prime will take that sweet Jeff Bezos money. Real money, while appreciated, completely unnecessary, though. Keep that money. Spend it on... You buy yourself a copy of Frostpunk, and then you can be enthused by the people trudging blindly through the snow. Unless it's ad bits. If it's ad bits, that's all great. Oh, we can... Okay, we can spin our camera. That is helpful. So we need to build way more houses, because apparently tents only house, like, 10 people. That's it. We need 70 houses? You gotta be shitting me. Well, do we build one street that's just housing? I'm assuming that the further away we get from the central area, the colder it gets. I mean, we have no heat at all right now, so I guess it doesn't really matter. But also, it seems like maybe building tents in a central ring would be useful, as opposed to stringing them out, because I bet it gets colder. It would be nice if there was some way we could see... Oh, there's a tutorial. Yeah, camera controls we sort of got. Resources and workforce. Neither of these things are helpful. I mean, we've already figured all this out. I guess you discover the tutorial as you play? So let's build another street then. And then we'll lay down another house, I guess. We need so many tents. I'd also like to build that cemetery. My question is, do the streets go through the buildings? I guess that's the relevant question. We're going to keep the speed relatively low while we're still learning. Gives us more time to react to the unexpected. These builders are pretty efficient. These guys can put up a tent fast as shit. Let's see how long it takes them. They started at what, like 11:30 assembling these tents and paving the streets? Let's see how long it takes them to finish. That's a pretty good clip, chat. It only took them about 2 hours. Less than an hour. But it says it's halfway done. How can there be less than an hour when they started 2 hours ago? I guess the last part of it must go really fast. We also have more wood. So eliminating homelessness is like probably a good idea. We should maybe do that. Let's make sure everybody has a tent. So they have a place to go and avoid their families. Everybody needs a place they can hide from their families. Discontent is rising because of our lack of shelter. Hope went up because of that cemetery thing. Do you expect a doom beast to jump out of the snow and eat a citizen's face? Well, I mean, it seems probable. Also, maybe we should get more people working on the wood than steel, because it doesn't seem like we have a big use for steel right now. So let's switch you to... Oh, we can have workers working... Oh, we can have engineers work on this. Did they give a bonus or something if we have engineers do it? We had 5 engineers not doing anything. We can make engineers do wood crates too, though. We're making 4 wood per hour. That doesn't seem like enough. Let's take all of your workers except for here. We'll leave you with 5. We'll put these other 5 workers over here. We also have 10 engineers who aren't doing shit. But you know what? 10 engineers who aren't doing shit, build more tents, I guess. Okay, discontent has gone well down now. Like 40 people, half of our population is homeless, but they're okay. They need to pull themselves up by their bootstraps. It kind of seems like what they're doing. Let's look around the... How do we get out of this fucking hole, though? Like, our people live in a giant canyon. What are we going to do when we need to go somewhere else that isn't here for resources? Because I don't think we have that much wood and shit. We're going to run out. What is this? Iron ore deposit. Build a steelworks nearby to start extraction. Yeah, but what am I going to do about wood? Build a mine there to start extraction. Generator. Oh, pause. Oh, the giant alarm klaxon was everybody coming back. That's pretty cool. So we should probably get some food going. We need 20 wood. We're actually short on wood. Well, nobody's eating today then. Generator. Controlling time. Yeah, I'd already figured that out, thanks. Construction, I'd also figured that out as well. Am I crazy, or does valid placement and invalid placement look exactly the fucking same, though? All buildings must be connected to the generator by a street in order to function. Generator. Generator is the heart of the city and the only source of heat in this frozen hole. You should turn it on as soon as you stockpile enough coal. You can always disable to the tutorials and the settings. Yeah, but I need those. Is the generator on? It says it's inoperative. It's consuming 360 coal a day? That's a stupefying amount of coal, though. Pete, mac and cheese versus grilled cheese. I mean, it's definitely mac and cheese, though. Grilled cheese, you know, as far as sandwiches go, Perfidious Pete, I'm not a fan of the grilled cheese. It's not a terrible sandwich. I mean, it's not peanut butter and jelly grade awful. But it's not a very good sandwich either. Grilled cheese is... if you have nothing... I mean, if your only alternative is peanut butter and jelly, well then, yeah, go for the grilled cheese. You're definitely in the right on that one. But if you have literally any other option, avoid grilled cheese. Unsubbed. Feel free... You know what? Go ahead. I don't care. You're not going to threaten me, Chad. You're not going to change my opinion. The only thing worse than grilled... You've never had my stepmom's grilled cheese. I've had many grilled cheeses. Many. And you know what would make a grilled cheese better? Fucking meat. That's what. Turn that grilled cheese into some kind of melt, then you've got a sandwich. Grilled cheese is the poor man's sandwich. Again, it's not as bad as peanut butter and jelly, but what is this? Why do I have a question mark? What does this mean? Generator. The heating is off. The generator's off. People are afraid they'll freeze to death in their sleep if you don't at least turn it on for the night. Of course. How do I do that? Can I turn it on? I mean, I want to switch it on, but I don't know how. I have 360 coal, right? This thing uses 360 a day. How do I power up the generator? Click Steam level 1 to make it rise. So this? Okay, we've done it. The generator functioning. Consumption? Oh, it's only using... Okay, so this shows how much we're producing. This shows us how much we need. And it turns out we have way, way, way too many people getting coal then because, yeah, we need far less people obtaining coal. So you need way less workers because we're getting 140... How much are we using here? Hold on. Go back to the generator. We're using 144 coal a day and we're getting 360 a day. If we have our coal production or our coal obtaining, we're still going to have more than we're using in a day at level 1.